all you ghosts from the past, present, and future. It's time once again for the Cozy Quilt Cinema. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle.
And I'm Beth. Every week we snuggle up on the couch and watch a movie. Then we share that experience with you, tracing the emotional thread from our first watch to how it resonates with us today.
This week we watched Scrooged, 1988 classic with starring Bill Murray and a lot of other people.
So Francis Xavier Cross is a cynical, mean-spirited television executive. He treats his loyal assistant with contempt. He just sacked a member of the staff on Christmas Eve for simply disagreeing with him. And he's alienated himself from his brother, who still insists on inviting Frank to Christmas dinner, despite him refusing to go every year. However, Frank is forced to learn the true meaning of Christmas when he is visited by 3 ghosts. That is on IMDb, and that was written by Lant Jambo.
Ha! Okay. That was a very wordy.
Sure, but I think it gets the crux of it. It is a retelling.
It is. It is a unique retelling of the traditional Ebenezer Scrooge story.
Sure.
What is your favorite version of Scrooge? Like any version of it?
I actually do know that. And I'm not going to tell you. And I'll tell you why. Because I forgot to put it in the notes.
Ah.
So, there we go. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you now. No, I'm joking. So, I grew up with the traditional retellings. You know, with a lot of them.
Yes.
My favorite, though, is Mr. Magoo's Christmas. So, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, which was in 1962. Of course, I'm not that old. These are reruns that happened every year for us. And it's a cartoon. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, Mr. Magoo is a cartoon character who can barely see or mostly is blind.
Yeah.
And
Somehow drives a car.
He's an old man who is very good-natured, but also can be cantankerous and everything else. He is nearsighted. Mm-hmm. And he plays Scrooge in that special. And it was my favorite for the longest time. Now, later on, after Scrooged itself came out, my favorite was Blackadder's Christmas Carol.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Blackadder's Christmas Carol.
Right, which is a British comedy with a twist where Blackadder is a saintly character who is punished for his goodness by, the 3 types of ghosts.
Yes. And Blackadder, if you don't know Blackadder, he is not a nice person. He's just he's an inept person. And if all you know from Rowan Atkinson is Mr. Bean, then you are missing out because Blackadder is the shit.
So what is your favorite version of A Christmas Carol?
I think I might have mentioned this once before when this actor was in a movie, but I grew up with Albert Finney's version.
Okay.
Because it's a musical.
Right.
And my mom's favorite song, which became like one of the songs we walked around singing in the house all the time, which was, "Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me." And that is when he is literally dancing on his grave.
Right.
He just doesn't realize it's his grave. Everybody's dancing and they're talking about how grateful they are that he's dead. And it's the ghost of Christmas yet to come. And it is like the best, to me, the best version of Christmas Carol.
Okay.
But my second favorite would be Scrooged. And it's mostly because it was such a modern telling of this movie. There's a lot about it that is just wrong as fuck. The nipples.
Oh, sure. I mean, there are a lot of things, but I think it's there to highlight how wrong it is.
Oh, yeah. And that's the point of it. It was done purposefully.
Right. Before we get into any of that, let's talk about the cast.
Yes. So we have Bill Murray, who, as we said, who plays Frank Cross.
He was in Ghostbusters, obviously. Groundhog Day, which is one of my favorite movies, Lost in Translation.
And we have Karen Allen,
who plays
Claire.
Claire
I'm
Phillips.
sorry. I was thinking about, because I know you, because all day you've been doing the Starman thing, and I was going to say Raiders of the Lost Ark, but that's why I paused, because my brain, I'm like, don't forget Raiders of the Lost Ark. But no, yes, she plays Claire Phillips.
Yep, and she was in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
In Starman as well, and I was singing Starman, not from Starman.
Oh, no. I mean, you were singing Starman, but
right.
because of Starman, yes.
Correct. And The Perfect Storm.
Yes.
These people have all been in a lot of things. I'm only going to tell you three random ones.
So we have John Forsythe, who plays Lou Hayward, who is kind of like the Jacob Marley.
Yes, and we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah. That was confusing.
He was in Dynasty, which is a TV show. For those of you that don't know, it ran from 1981 to 1989. It is an older show. He was also in Charlie's Angels as the voice of Charlie.
Oh, I see. I kind of knew that, but also forgot that.
Well, he did the run from 1976 to 1981.
Okay.
Which is funny because in the movies, Bill Murray is in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, he is. So, no, I was actually going to
Not as Charlie. He is Charlie, right? Do they just make him into Charlie?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. I only saw the one movie.
Yeah. And all I can picture is Drew Barrymore with the tape on her lips, and they had drawn the lips on it.
That's the one I saw.
I was going to literally hum the Dynasty theme, but then I forgot it.
Okay.
Mid thought.
So he was also in Cold Blood, and he has other ones.
Oh, yeah. So then we have Bobcat Goldthwait, who I always, for years and years, have always said his name wrong.
I know, me too.
I said Goldwaith.
Yeah, same.
I said the TH and the wrong. I emphasized it in the wrong.
You put the wrong emphasis.
So yes, it's Bobcat Goldthwait.
I didn't know that, and that's actually. I love that. So who does he play?
He plays Elliot Loudermilk.
I love that name too.
No.
I love that name. I love Loudermilk.
Loudermilk. He is like a milquetoast guy, but he gets louder.
It's true though. He was in the Police Academy series.
Yes, which is where pretty much you got to start, right?
That's where everybody knows him from. He was in Shakes the Clown, World's Greatest Dad. He obviously has been in a lot of things. What is the one that you know him best from? That's right.
My favorite with him in it.
We could keep naming them because he has been in a lot of them, just like everyone else has been in a lot of things.
With Demi Moore and John Cusack.
Which, yes, it's just, yes.
Yes.
So, and God, John Cusack. He's so dreamy.
I know.
I love him so much. So who is next on the
David
list?
Johansen. He plays the Ghost of Christmas Past. And honestly, y'all, that man is just timeless. I love him so much.
Now, he was in New York Dolls, the band, in the 70s. He did Let It Rock as Buster Poindexter, which most people will know him as.
Because if you don't know, and even if you don't know the name Buster Poindexter, you know Feeling Hot, 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 because you all freaking know that song. Even if you were born 3 weeks ago, trust me, you know that song already.
So he was also in Married to the Mob.
Oh, yeah. With Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's important to know that David Johansen died this year on February 28th, on the last day of February in 2025, in case you're listening to this in the far future. And it's 2032, and we're very rich and famous.
The year 25,
and we're
25. That's the worst song ever.
It really is, and it's also not anywhere close to where we will be still alive. So
I know. I was just saying. You said the future, and that was the first thing I thought of.
I mean, the future is just tomorrow.
Sure. Okay.
The future is tomorrow.
Carol Kane, who plays the Ghost of Christmas Present.
I love Carol.
She is a present. She's a gift.
She is. She is a gift in this film, too. She was in The Princess Bride.
Yes.
She did Taxi.
She was Latka's wife.
Right. Through 1978 and 1983, that TV series, Taxi.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know.
Yep. With, oh my God, who wasn't in
Everybody.
That? Was that Mary Lou Henner?
Mary Lou Henner.
It was, oh my God, Danny DeVito. I literally blanked on his name because I kept wanting to say Dom DeLuise.
Tony
and I'm
Danza.
like, that's not it. Tony Danza, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, who the fuck wasn't in Taxi? I mean, it's really kind of, a lot of them got their start there.
I know. They really cut their teeth on this.
Yeah.
And she was in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, which was a series that ran from 2015 to 2019. She was excellent in that. I loved her in that. But she was in what?
Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Excellent. She plays very much the same kind of feel
energy,
to this character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, if you take, and I don't remember the name of the character she played on Taxi, I just know her as Vlatka's wife, and that is Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, Andy Kaufman. Yeah, I'm sorry, I blanked on that too. I kept going to Andy Rooney for some reason.
So Andy Kaufman played Latka, and again, that's a whole other ball of wax. That here, we're always trying to get our listeners to want to interact with us. So if you would like to hear us do, instead of maybe once a month, we do a whole episode on just an actor. That would be,
we can do that.
Just
like
let us know.
An actor highlight.
Yeah, and so let us know. And because trust me, we could totally fill a whole episode in just like picking one actor and just discussing them in so many different ways. So if you guys think that would be something you'd be interested in, just drop us an email or leave us a message on one of our many social
And
platforms.
This was not something we even thought about.
No.
You just brought this up cold.
Yeah.
So
actually, I was thinking about it in the car the other day, but then I forgot about it.
Figure out how to produce it. So
okay. Well, don't worry about that right now. So
no, I want to do it. I think it's great.
Andy Kaufman is a very interesting character. So if you young ones out there are listening, really go back and listen and learn about him, because he was really
a bit of everything.
A bit of everything.
And a little bit insane.
And so the character that Carol Kane plays in Star Trek is a lot like Latka's wife met the ghost of Christmas Present, but also hung out with Mad Max. Is this Mad Max?
Mad Max.
Not Mad Max. Billy Crystal's character in The Princess Bride.
Miracle Max.
Miracle Max.
I didn't know what you were going with.
So she kind of hung out with Miracle Max. So that's like kind of the mix that he's got going.
Carol Kane. Then.
Carol Kane's character.
There you go. Just Carol Kane. It's just.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's not a mix. It's just
accent.
Carol Kane with an accent.
So the next actor, I have a long list, guys, so we can be here for a minute. But I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm
only going to give you 2 more that I have on the list.
Oh no! Well, there's a few actors who play themselves, but I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So we have Alfre Woodward, who plays Grace, who is his assistant.
Sure, Grace Cooley. Mm-hmm. She was in Cross Creek, Grand Canyon, and 12 Years a Slave.
I remember her in 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie. Oh my God, a heartbreaking movie. It's going to be one of those movies that we can't ever do because it's a perspective we really should not be addressing as colored that we are.
I really want to get some other people on that can speak to the perspective of their own, that have their own historical, their own historical perspectives. So
y'all have heard
I really don't want
to
use our voices, but we'll definitely give our platform.
Oh yeah,
sure.
And it's again, you have all heard white people talk about these movies before. It'd be nice to have somebody whose family, background, maybe not their family particularly, but their history, can relate to this. That's why we can't do The Color Purple, which breaks my heart. Okay, so Robert Mitchum, is he on your list?
Sure. He was Preston Rhinelander.
Yes, he was.
He was Out of the Past, The Night of the Hunter, and Cape Fear.
Ooh.
Yeah, the 1962. Which makes more sense, right?
Okay. I lied. So John Murray plays James Cross, who is Bill Murray's brother.
Right.
Yes. His other brother, Brian Doyle Murray, plays their dad in the past.
Right.
And so there's a lot of...
It's a family affair.
It really is. But then we got like Mabel King, who plays the grandmother of Alfre. She plays Alfre Woodward's mom.
Right.
And again, this is another, Mabel King is a very well-known 70s and 80s actress.
Right.
We have, so here are the actors who play themselves. Robert Goulet, Lee Majors, Mary Lou Retton. Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
So I love. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. I was going to say something about Lee Majors, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So the director was Richard Donner.
Yes.
And he has done pretty much everything you can think of. But he's got some favorites that he has done of mine.
Yes.
Superman.
Yes.
That's the 1978 Superman. You gotta love that.
He did 2 as well. Superman 2.
I know. You just gotta love that. I love Superman so much.
Christopher Reeve's Superman is a classic.
Don't get me wrong. I love other iterations of Superman, but that's the core.
One we grew up with that.
I know that is the core Superman.
I had a poster of Christopher Reeves in that stance on my wall. I was 7.
And he wasn't. And the thing was, he wasn't perfection. He was perfection for Superman.
He was.
And it was so good.
Did he not make it? It was sad, when he broke his neck, and to see him in a wheelchair and just
but still, even with that,
oh God, yes.
I mean, he still was so just. He was like, he's a legend in everything he did. I mean, I saw there was a play that he did. It was a televised play. It was so good. I cannot remember the name of it, but it is stuck in my head forever.
I think I remember what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called either, but I think I remember. But he was a very serious, not serious. Oh yeah, he was a serious actor. I mean, he did
He was a super serious actor, but he did, him doing Superman was like it threw everyone off.
But to me, that's what I picture in my head of Superman.
Right.
You say Superman, I don't picture anybody else. I picture Christopher Reeves.
Right. He did so Richard Donner did The Goonies.
Yes,
which
The Goonies.
Is awesome.
He did my favorite movie. It's on my list of many favorite movies.
What's that?
Lady Hawk.
Oh, yes.
I love Lady Hawk. We have to do that one too.
That is an endearing film.
He did
I
the
love
toy
it so much.
Which is also another one of my favorite movies. And that is Richard Pryor and Jackie fucking Gleason. I mean, come on.
And it's funny that they mention Richard Pryor in this movie.
They do. This is a dated movie, guys.
It really is.
Because it's got a lot of references to the time and before.
Yeah.
That if you don't know those references, you're not going to get them at all.
So he also did Lethal Weapon. That's what I have on my list. And we'll stop there because he could keep going.
He had The Omen, too.
But we can keep going forever with
we could, totally.
His career. He takes the Scrooge thing in a very dark, satirical direction.
He does.
It's kind of his take on Scrooge. But I like that he takes it also as a comedy. Mm-hmm. It's not just satirical. It's also kind of like a biting, sarcasm as well.
So there's a lot about it's a look at also the asinine ways television and
capitalism.
A
really hard look at the capitalism of. I mean, it starts out with a commercial, a series of commercials,
and you have to keep in mind this is before.
So they do a series of commercials at the start, and I kind of love it because, so the network that he is working for, or that he's in charge of, is IBC.
Yes.
And the first thing that you see is Santa and the elves at the North Pole.
Getting attacked.
And I honestly, I'd forgotten about this part. And I'm like,
oh yeah, I was like,
am I watching the wrong fucking movie? And it turns out... really well done that I just forgotten that part, and this is a commercial that you're watching for a movie, and it's a fake movie, of course, and it's the night the reindeer died, featuring Lee Majors. It's a very serious look at combating evil in the North Pole. I guess the elves are very militant.
And Lee Majors was the $6 million man, right?
Right,
yeah.
Right.
So this was before reality television. So you have to kind of keep that in mind that what they're doing, they're trying to do a live action broadcast of A Christmas Carol.
Right.
But they're also...
Well, they're calling it Scrooge.
They're calling it Scrooge. And so, you're not going to have... Obviously, we have Frank Cross, not Ebenezer Scrooge, but we do have an Ebenezer Scrooge played by Buddy Hackett.
Right.
And we do have a Jacob Marley, not one that is Bill Murray's character's Jacob Marley, but it is the Buddy Hackett's Jacob Marley, played by Jamie Farr. And if you are a MASH fan, you know the beauty and wonder that is Jamie Farr. And so there's this play within a play kind of a thing, even though it's not.
Well, yeah, because during the entire movie, this production is in, well, they're
the pre-production, rehearsing for the
They're doing the
live
rehearsals
show.
and the set design and everything else.
And they've got a countdown basically to the live show.
So you almost always see it in the background or on a monitor somewhere.
Yes.
Aimed at the camera in some way. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing it happen almost in real time with Scrooged itself.
Yes.
So as it's progressing, so too does Scrooge. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty amazing because they kind of line it up almost exact.
Yeah. And I didn't say John Glover, but John Glover plays Bryce. And Bryce is a character who kind of is friends with the big boss.
He's his father is friends with him, so he's his son.
And the big boss is Preston Rhinelander.
Right.
And so he's kind of brought in as the new wow, the new shiny, the new hotness.
He's a really hot go-getter,
Yeah.
and he's got the position and the privilege, whereas Bill Murray's character,
He had to work to get where he is.
Francis Xavier Cross, does not.
No. And he busted his ass to get where he is to the detriment of his life. Enter Karen Allen, who is the love of his life that he has left behind because she is more of a free-spirited person. She is more laid back. She is more of a humanitarian and worries about others. And Francis is not. Frank is just not. He's more like I am. He's very ambitious, don't get me wrong, but he is an ambitious person for himself and just his own, focus.
So we forgot to talk about how we feel about the movie.
It's okay. So,
how do you feel? How did you feel upon first watching this movie? What circumstances?
It was funny. I really didn't get it. I mean, I knew the Christmas Carol story, but in 1988, I really didn't look at the depth of it. Like, there were things I caught here, and it wasn't even like big things. It was things that, like, I think I only saw this on like public television. I don't think I ever saw this on cable.
So you didn't see it. You didn't see it in '88.
I didn't.
When it came out.
I don't remember when I saw it. I just remember like it was. We did watch it at Christmas time, and I was quite young, so I can't say I was too young because '88 I was 14. So it was. I was young enough that I remember it, but not enough that I caught things like having the thing on the back of on the window, the sign that says Cross, which is his last name, a thing they nail people to. I may have seen it, but it didn't dawn on me what the hell I was seeing, what it meant.
Right. Or the free South Africa.
The free South Africa.
In the sound, or in the control booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I really noticed those things when I was younger. I just knew it was a different take on it, and it was funny. And it was, quirky.
Yeah, because at the time we were going through we weren't going through it, but they were going through the apartheid in South Africa. So.
You know how I learned about apartheid?
How?
Head of the class.
Well, you learn it the way you learn it. Sure.
Because I was young, and I didn't know what it was. And they were talking about it in an
It's too bad some of those characters, or the people who play those characters, did not learn them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah, Howard Hessman was the teacher in that. I love that show. I really did. I make a lot of references to it. I realize.
How did you feel about it when you saw it? Just how did you feel in general?
It has a happy ending. It had a feel-good movie, so it was a comedy. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, if you haven't met me. So, having Peter Venkman once again in a movie that I knew, I knew him. I really didn't recognize, I knew Jamie Farr. I recognized Buddy Hackman because I grew up watching those movies. So a lot
Buddy Hackett.
Buddy Hackett. Oh my God. Gene Hackman I was thinking about him earlier when we talked about Superman.
I know.
So I didn't have feeling. I mean, it was just
okay, well that's kid. Fine. Ambivalence.
It was an ambivalence.
Too.
I was a little kid. It was a background movie.
It's one of our favorite ways to start out with a movie is ambivalence.
Ambivalence.
Because you can only go elsewhere.
Oh, yeah. You're only going up or down.
You can only develop feelings
Yeah.
one way or the other. So when it first came out, I was in the military, so I did not see it in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it a year later when I was in a nuclear alert facility, which I think I've explained this before, but on the alert pad, they pick certain crews to be there for a certain amount of time. And it's because there's the nuclear readiness and all that. And pilots are stationed there for certain periods of time, which of course I'm not going to discuss. And then during that time, we as the support crew are also there, and we trade out shifts. They live there for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Well, we were there at that time, and it was actually around Christmas, so somebody got the VHS tape, which in those alert facilities, you basically have criterion closets.
Mm-hmm.
They have just about every movie ever made and every movie that is out within the year or so,
mm-hmm.
or even up to a few months, because they get sent them.
Yeah.
They get them sent to them by Hollywood, whoever the hell that is. Not Hollywood from Mannequin.
That's disappointing.
That would be awesome,
Oh, man,
but it
that
was
would be
not.
awesome.
I never met him. So, but I think that when I saw that, it was during in that Christmas time. It was cold. I remember that. I don't know why I have to explain that. But I saw it on the VHS with a bunch of other guys sitting around in these easy chairs, because there's a bunch of lazy boys as a theater, kind of assembled as a theater with a big screen in that room. And we watched it and had a great time. And I just remember feeling a lot of discomfort, because I don't like seeing people get hurt.
Yes.
And there's a lot of punching and pratfalls, and especially with Carol,
she's so
punching the shit out of him. Although now I find that I have less discomfort for it, but I had a lot more back then. It makes me uneasy to see people hurt on film.
So it does for me as well, but this one didn't bother me, and I think it's because I kind of have gotten numb to it. And if you remember the clues, guys, from last week, one of them was that Bill Murray got basically beat up in the beginning. Well, first he slips down the stairs with the water. That was supposed to be that wasn't supposed to be there, but they kept it because it worked. Carol, when she's pulling his lip, cut his lip. And he was actually unable to act for a few days or about a week or something like that. And then there's the scene where it's closer to the end when the elevator opens up and the ghost of Christmas yet to come. That's not his ghost. It's the one for the play is coming off the elevator. He freaks him out and he ends up elbowing Alfre Woodward right in the face. And her reaction was genuine. That was her really getting hurt.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was a lot of outtakes, but there was issues with this movie. Just Bill Murray had a lot of issues with this movie. He didn't really want to get back into acting. He was kind of done after Ghostbusters, mostly with Ghostbusters 2. He didn't want to be a part of a franchise, and we'll get into Ghostbusters 2 later on in the podcast, not today's podcast, but in future podcasts. But he didn't agree with Richard Donner. Donner was very much boom, boom, boom. We got to move it. It was a very almost like a fast forwarded production, the way Bill Murray explained it. And Donner did not appreciate Bill Murray wanting to ad lib things. And
which he did, constantly,
because that's what Bill Murray fucking does. So
if you don't want ad-libbing or someone to work on their own schedule, don't hire him, because he doesn't even use contracts.
No, and so he ends up really very disappointed in how this movie came out. It's not his favorite work, but also he's not, it's just there was a lot of things happening. You can almost see the tension. Like, he didn't put his best foot forward. And a lot of his anger that's portrayed in the character is probably true anger, not just him acting that anger out,
I think there's two people that Bill Murray is being in this film. And I think you see the differences pretty starkly. And I don't think it's his acting acumen that you're seeing. I think it is very much the period in which they may have filmed it.
Okay.
Like, the parts where the quote-unquote flashbacks where he is with Karen Allen.
Yeah, Claire.
Right. Those, he seems much more chill, much more at ease, and much happier. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just her. I think she brings out that warmth. I know I looked forward to those because you see her so few times in the film.
And she's got such a bright and happy face.
She lends warmth to the film that just isn't there because everything is very austere. Mm-hmm. Even when Xavier or Lumpy is trying to be
Frank, yeah.
When he's trying to be, genuine and good, still comes off as austere, as very untouchable.
Yes.
Whereas she's like a sunbeam cutting through all that.
I think that's why the scene when he's in the future that could possibly be, and she is got the pale makeup on with the black eyeliner, and she's
and the very
distant.
harsh.
It really is not
lip liner. Yeah,
it's uncomfortable, and I think it's that very intentional that you're not supposed to want her to be that person. You want her to still be the caring person who works at the homeless shelter. You want to still see her as this loving individual. So that is supposed to be, but I think just that the visual of it is uncomfortable. It pulls you away from the Claire character that you got to know up to that point.
Yeah, but the ones where he's in it with her, where they're
yes.
like in the past, and he's seeing how happy they were.
Oh yeah.
Until he fucked it up.
Yeah.
And I still to this day am so pissed at him.
Oh yeah.
For wasting any amount of time away from what he could have had.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I know it's a story, but I'm mad at Bill Murray for it. Why am I mad at him?
Because it's Bill Murray. I don't know. It's easy to be mad at Bill Murray.
I mean, I'm mad at him for his character not being with her longer because she was just so great for him.
She was, and but he was ambitious. And again, ambition is not a bad thing, but it is bad when it is to the detriment of the people who are helping you get to where you want to go.
I mean, but the point of this film is that it is a retelling, and part of that is that Frank Lumpy doesn't have to, but he needs to transform. So he needs to change who he is, and he gets that start through Marley's ghost, which isn't Marley.
Nope, it's Lou.
Right. It's his old boss.
Yes. So there's not a lot, I wouldn't say there's a lot of special effects in this movie.
Right.
But the one special effect that I was really impressed with, because it didn't look as fake as some of the special effects that you see in movies in that same time period, is when Lou is pushing him through the glass window.
Oh, yeah.
Because it looks like he's getting pushed through this plate glass window where he's not breaking it. He's getting held above. I mean, they're in a skyscraper, so he's being held out in the air outside the skyscraper by this dead man's arm. But him getting pushed through the glass is really impressive. It was a really well done.
Oh yeah, effect. Because it's not cracking the glass. No. It's phasing him through the glass, and it doesn't look like that cheesy kind of. And forgive me, but Ghostbusters effects of like the hand drawing. It looks really. It flows. Into it. Yeah.
Yeah, because again, the 1988 League of Special Effects was not top notch like we know now.
I mean, it was pretty top notch back then, but even then we knew what a line drawing looked like opposed to reality.
Oh yeah.
But the thing I liked is in this movie they had a lot of special effects, but a lot of practical special effects.
Yes.
So like Lou with the golf ball and the mouse.
Oh my God! Yes.
I mean, there are some parts of this film where you're like, That's just really well done.
Yep.
That evokes a very strong reaction, having that golf ball come out of his head.
The back of his head while he's making a drink with Bacardi.
With the mouse pushing it out and
then going back
in.
into his brain.
There's a lot of things in this movie that I like. And I think that it just... Sometimes you think, well, maybe they overdid it.
Yeah.
Maybe they overshot a lot of things. But then you see it and you're going, well, was that the parody? You're trying to find where the parody comes in.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also, like, so his Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come is, it's a monster. So it's this big black being with a skirt. And when he opens it up, it's got all the little demons inside the skirt.
Well, yeah, it's death. It's.
But it's not, again, not cheesy. It's done well. And then the face is a TV screen. So it's like...
It's reflecting
what... Yeah.
Him and his world, basically.
Thank you very much. No.
But yeah, and I like and it was funny at the end, because I'm going to jump around a lot. The end where they're singing,
mm-hmm.
and the Reaper's souls that are trapped in his skeleton are singing too.
And they're singing "Put a Little Love in Your Heart,"
which is pretty funny.
And I like how he's like conducting the movie theater audience. He's like, just the men. No, the strong men. Okay, now just the ladies. You know who I'm talking about, the strong ladies. No.
But so, Elliot Loudermilk is the first one who feels the wrath,
mm-hmm.
the full wrath of Frank. I keep wanting to say Xavier. I don't know
that's
why.
his middle name.
But... Well, he's Francis, which is funny because in Stripes, they say, "Calm down, Francis," to someone who's in the scene with them.
Oh, that is
I keep attaching all these things to other films he's done.
That is funny.
That's purely by coincidence,
yeah,
but still pretty funny.
Connecting the dots in your brain.
But yeah, so he's trying to show them this commercial that he did for the Stooge or... Scrooge. I said
Scrooge.
So he's trying to show them this commercial he did for Scrooge, and
which had nothing at all really to do.
Well, they showed their commercial, and it's a nice one.
Yeah.
It tells about the production and who is going to be in it, and it makes sense.
And Robert Goulet.
And it's very Christmassy. Well, Robert Goulet is
no, he's not going to... Yeah, he's going to be his own Christmas thing.
Yeah, he's doing his own Christmas... That's the initial...
The Cajun... old
Cajun Christmas... Yeah, Cajun Christmas or something like that. Yeah. But that's after the Night the Reindeer Died commercial. But they show this really nice commercial that evokes Christmas. It makes you think of that time and a family and everything else. And then when he shows his...
It's just sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but without the rock and roll.
Or the sex or the drugs. It's just a lot of like cut scenes of death and destruction. And
just a lot of imagery that's not really conducive to Christmas.
As he puts it, I want to scare them so badly that they're afraid to miss Scrooge.
Also, I like when he talks to his boss, Preston. And Preston is like... You know who watches a lot of TV? Cats. He's like, we need to have balls on string and mice, and that's how they end up with
Maybe
mice.
We have a main character who jingles string around while he talks.
Yeah, and it's so funny because what made me laugh about that is you can go on YouTube at any point and just Google cat content, and you can find videos that are catered to your cat.
And it's probably some of the most watched videos of
and
the
dogs
entire
too.
thing. Yeah.
Oh god, our cats love the squirrel videos. They'll sit and our one cat tries to find them behind the TV. And
we had to stop watching them or putting them on for them because they were going after the television.
Yeah, it was.
And I was afraid they would hurt themselves.
Yeah, they're not smart
because they go full bore into
TV. Dumbass. I love them.
So Elliot is the first to feel the wrath of obviously a person who is having a breakdown to begin with. He has got a lot of stress, but also he knows he's made bad choices.
Yeah.
Frank has made bad choices. Is he in charge of everything? Sure, but that comes at a cost. He's alone.
Mm-hmm.
And Elliot gets fired.
Yep.
So poor Bobcat.
Bobcat.
He's out on the street, and not only is he out on the street, but Frank is watching him through a telescope.
Yeah, and it's like as soon as his security kicks him off the premises, he's like, yeah, like he's cheering it on.
And he does 4 minutes and I think 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, he was timing it.
So he's timing how long it took. So he's obviously fired people many times before.
And he kind of puts a lot of shit on Grace, who's played by Alfred Woodward. That's his personal secretary. And
who is like the maternal
She really
one. She's
is.
kind of like, she can, within a limit, she can scold him.
Yes. And yeah, she gets away with some stuff with him that you know she's walking on ice because she doesn't want to. She knows how to toe the line. That's what I'm thinking of. So she knows how far she can go before she pushes him over the edge on how, like, you need to do this. You need to do this right. And, like, he's telling her to what presents to buy people. And she gets to his brother and he's like, a towel. And she's like, you what? It's your brother. And he
to
takes
your own brother.
And he's going through the list and he's going, towel, towel, towel. And she's like,
VCR.
And he's like, and you, a towel. And she goes, wait a minute, what about my bonus? And he's like, consider the towel your bonus. What a dick. So it turns out she has, like 4 children?
Yeah, four or five
and
children.
so it's her children and her mother. And they all live in an apartment. And her youngest saw their dad die. And so he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
He was murdered. And his name is Calvin. He's played by Nicholas Phillips. And I honestly forgot why he couldn't speak. And because, again, my brain goes to what my profession is, I was like, wow, is he autistic? Is that what they're going to play with this? But no, he had selective muteness because of watching and being witness to this murder. And so, she's trying to take him to doctors and she's trying to be a good mom. But of course, asshat Frank keeps telling her she's got to stay late, she's got to work with him, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like he's ignoring the fact that she still needs to be there for her family.
Well, yeah, and she's not just a mother to her family. Mm-hmm. She's a mother to him in a lot of ways. She is kind of his Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, yeah. Like, he didn't even notice that her husband had died. And when they were like, well, when Ghost of Christmas Present is like, well, didn't you notice when she was wearing black for a year? And he's like, oh, well, everyone wears black. I thought it was a fashion statement.
Yeah.
I don't understand you, man. I don't understand. I mean, I'm myopic, but Jesus Christ, man. That's a lot.
So, yeah, I think the ghosts really they hit on his emotional status. Mm-hmm. Whereas the Buster Poindexter of it all.
Yes.
Is hitting him in the feels with his mother.
With his mother and his I'm going to say abusive father.
Abusive as in...
Neglectful.
Yeah, he really is at a distance to his father.
We don't see the whole picture, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of words, especially as he's gotten older. They probably shared a lot of unpleasant words.
You get the sense he probably wasn't there very long.
No, and he probably protected his little brother the most.
Which would explain why they're so close and why his little brother doesn't give up on him.
Yeah, but so you know that there's definitely something going on there. And he is. Buster Poindexter, David Johansen, Ghost of Christmas Past, definitely touches on that emotional aspect of it. Though I think it is hysterical when he shows him his first job with the company as Frisbee the dog.
Right.
And
his first role within the media.
Yes. But
because
he's in the audience.
Before that, he was doing mail service or something.
Oh, yeah. He was doing mail service. But he was, he's in the audience and he's like cheering on and saying, "It's a bone!"
Yeah, he was really having fun with that.
It really was.
So I think that with, say Buster Poindexter
again. I know, David Johansen or Ghost of Christmas Past.
The Ghost of Christmas Past is kind of hitting him with the feels because he's the one that gets to remind him the way he used to be, the things he used to do, and who doesn't pine for that? Nostalgia is the killer of the present.
It is, and I think that's true with all of the Christmas Carol stories is that first step back is giving Ebenezer Scrooge, or an Ebenezer Scrooge-like character, that opportunity to see the child that they once were. They weren't always this miserly, ambitious, angry, hateful, rich asshole.
It's before you made the decisions that got you to the point where ghosts had to intervene in your fucking life.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on, how bad is your life? Okay, wait a minute. Where's DT's ghosts?
I mean, it is.
Does he have a past that if Ghosts of Christmas Past came, would he actually have anything to reflect on?
I had to actually think about it. It is possible that he had the military locked him up. So yeah, yeah. I don't think
he has a childhood enough to.
I think he has a past,
but I don't think he has the innocence.
I think if you don't have a soul, there's not much to work with.
Well, there is that too.
So anyway, yeah. I think that Frank, he's obviously being led on the same journey as the stories before him in Scrooge and Christmas Carols, of all the other ones that came before it. The same journey, just in a different way. And you have Carol, or the ghost of the present, who beats the crap out of him, but she does it for a reason. It's not just pointless violence.
I'm sorry, the kicking him in the nuts, was that really a point, or was it just
I think it was, because it kept him from talking and she got to talk.
Oh, that is true.
Because he tries to barrel over everyone and he is in charge of everyone. She is making very sure that he understands he's not in charge.
And I do think it's funny because even the slightest little thing, she is undermining him. When they go through the window at Grace's house to watch them in the kitchen playing, she's like moving her shoulders back and forth so her wings are smacking him in the face.
But here's the thing that's weird, is like she's beating the crap out of him, and then the moment she's not beating the crap out of him, I'm just completely in love with her character.
Oh,
I'm just in love with her character in a very visceral way. I'm like, I want her to be happy like that with me all the time. I never want her to be angry or
God,
hitting
no.
me.
Well, she
and
hits.
It was not even about being afraid of that part. It's kind of like watching Carol Ann, or not Carol Ann, Jesus Christ, Claire smile.
Yes.
It's a lot like that.
It's that brightening of a room.
There is the room feels brighter. You feel better just because the ghost of Christmas present is not hitting you, but is smiling at you, is happy, and she's joyous. And those moments mean more than any of the hitting does.
The first time I ever saw her was in Indiana Jones. So I only, in if you know
for Claire, yeah.
Yeah, for Karen Allen. So if you know Indiana Jones, the original, Raiders of the Lost Ark, she's angry in the beginning. She's pounding down drinks and she's pissed at him, and it takes a while before you see her smile. So in this movie, seeing that smile like from the get-go, and she has these bright eyes and this beautiful wide smile, and you're just like,
she's radiant.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful.
She makes you fall in love with her with just the first look.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So again, if you're young and you don't know, go back and look at some pictures of young Karen Allen. She is just amazing.
But yeah, so she wants to make you be a better person just in the present. And we're talking about Carol Kane, which is the ghost of Christmas present.
Yes.
Not to confuse Karen Allen.
No, Karen
who is Claire
Carol
Phillips.
Kane, Karen Allen.
And but she shows him all of the things happening right now. One of those is Grace Cooley's family. And that's important because he doesn't really know anything about it. The only thing he knows is he yelled at that kid one time.
Yeah, because he was on the set with Mom and that's little Calvin. So again, Calvin doesn't talk. His siblings are much older than he is, so he's definitely a late in life baby compared to the others, which I think they're about like 5 or 6 years older than him.
Sure.
So, but they're dressing him up as a Christmas tree because they can't afford one. They're playing, they're just basically wrestling, and Grace comes into the kitchen and she's like, that's not how you do it. And then she starts blowing raspberries on her son's stomach. And then Carol Kane goes, the Ghost of Christmas Present, she turns to Frank and she pulls his shirt open. She's like, that looks like fun. And she starts blowing on his stomach. And that to me is the funniest thing, is Carol Kane blowing raspberries on Bill Murray's stomach.
Yeah. So I don't know much about the actor that played Calvin Cooley.
He did a couple movies.
Yeah, he did a couple, but he's not in any that he's not in anything after that.
No.
So he was in The Jacksons, An American Dream, stuff like that. But
I think he played Little Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's Nicholas Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure, because we didn't mention him.
I did say when I started talking about him in the when I thought it might have been autism, because again, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie.
Right. But I don't know what happened to him afterwards. I think he just may have stopped acting.
I mean, some people do. They do the
sure.
kids move. They did their
stint as children, and
Yeah.
then they weren't really finding roles, or they just decide to get out.
Yeah, I mean, some of them make enough money that they're like, hey, I'm going to go to school now and do this, that, and the other thing, and they do.
Sure. He could be a scientist right now.
He might be. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up.
I didn't find anything. That's why I was saying.
Oh, yeah. That's like Winnie on Wonder Years. She disappeared after Wonder Years. She's back now in acting, but she went to school, and she's like astrophysicist or some shit like that, mathematician. Or
the last role I saw her in was when she was older, and that's when she was in The West Wing. Yeah, so she plays the sister of Will Bailey, who in West Wing, who takes over for Sam Seaborn.
Okay.
When Rob Lowe leaves the show.
Okay.
And she is the sister that is there during the time that they're doing the campaign.
Well, I mean, he had to leave the show because at some point he had to meet Adam Scott so that Ben and Chris could be developed.
I know, I love
and
that
they can go and
so
spend so much time together, and that way by the time they get to Pawnee, they're a team.
And that is how we get to the 6 degrees of separation from.
Honey, I can drag
something.
anything to anything. I really can.
I mean, we keep
Kicking and
tying
screaming
things
mostly,
together. We keep tying all the things together. So.
Oh, it's what we do. So.
But yeah, so Grace and her family, he gets to see that.
Yeah.
And he gets to see the dynamics and understand that she's got the family he doesn't have.
Yeah, and maybe the family he always wanted.
Or could have had.
Yeah,
if he'd made better decisions.
Mm-hmm. Though he can't put his parents on himself, he could have at least maybe learned from them. And then he. Meanwhile, while the ghosts are visiting him, he keeps losing time.
Right.
He ends up at the homeless shelter, and he sees he meets a bunch of people who think that he is Richard Burton, calling him Dick.
Right.
And,
who's made up of several people.
Yes, Mama Fratelli, who I don't know her real name, and I didn't bother to look up. That other dude that everybody knows, and is the clue that I put on our Instagram this week.
So Michael J. Pollard, who played Herman.
Yes, that is the Frozen dude.
You'll know him from several other things, especially one of the movies I just mentioned today, which was Roxanne.
Oh, yeah.
He was the one that bought the book, The Unbearable Lightness of Being. I knew what it was, I just couldn't remember it. That's the book he buys, which makes... Or he has someone buy for him, which makes her think that he's smarter than he is. We'll get into that if we ever do Roxanne.
Yes. So he is also... Frank finds him when basically the Carol Kane's character leaves Frank in a sewer.
Right.
And that's where he ends up seeing the frozen body of Herman. Again, the clue from this week's IG. And Anne Ramsey, Mama Fratelli, for you Goonies fans, is also one of the people at the homeless shelter.
But also Logan Ramsey.
Is that her husband?
I think so. I think that was actually, those two were a husband and wife team.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. Oh my God, is the band the Fratellis named after the Goonies character?
Yeah, Anne Ramsey was his spouse.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Until 1988.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Did they get a divorce because of Bill?
It says married from 1954 to 1988.
I think that's when she passed away. Like, she didn't live very
Oh, maybe
long.
that's what it is.
Yeah, because she passed away pretty...
So she passed away right after they did that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
August 11th, 1988.
Yeah, and this movie came
Oh,
out...
that was her last film.
And this movie came out in November.
Yeah.
November 23rd. I remember seeing that.
Oh.
So she didn't even get to see the movie.
Well, now I feel sad.
Now I feel sad. But I have to... Is the band...
But they got to be in it together, and that's kind of nice.
But is the band the Fratellis named after the Fratellis in Goonies?
You want me to look that up?
Nah, that's okay. We don't have that much... We don't play elevator music, and we should, but we don't. I kind of... my favorite podcasts have that in it. Where I gotta look this up, and then somebody's going da 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 da, like just to waste some time. But that's how I like
the girl
that.
from Ipanema, but I think we'll get a copyright strike.
Yeah, there's some like basic elevator music that I think everybody uses. Misha used to use it when he was waiting for the Gish announcements.
Yeah,
it's so
but
annoying.
I'm more of a Black Flag elevator music, so I think we'd still get in trouble.
I think. Oh God. Fucking why
Because it's fun. So the Coolies are this loving, caring family.
Yes.
And he starts to emote. He is
emoting.
He emotes with his mother. He cries, which Buster did say it was going to happen.
Yes.
But here he starts to emote not about himself, but about the child that he sees, who is smart,
very smart,
obviously smart, because he figures out a puzzle very quickly.
Oh yeah, that his older siblings couldn't do.
So he's asking, what's wrong with him? Why can't they fix him? All these different things. So he's starting to empathize with people.
Yes. But so he goes and he tries to get Claire to talk to him, and I think in his mind he's going to have this second chance. So that's why he goes to the homeless shelter.
Well, at this point he's wanting to have it all.
Yes.
So he's wanting to still be everything and still maintain the way he does things, but still have her because he thinks that'll fix him.
Yes. And so he goes to try to reconcile with her. And of course, she's still at work. And so people are needing her help.
And that's at a homeless shelter.
It's a homeless shelter. And he gets pissy about it. And he ends up leaving again. And that's kind of when...
That's because he is so still self-centered and not thinking about others.
And so... Again, he ends up finding the body of Herman, and he's like, why didn't you stay? She would have taken care of you. She would have fed you. You would have been warm. You'd be alive.
Again, very reminiscent of that period in Groundhog Day when he is just starting to turn into a better person and finds the dead guy frozen that he had tried to help before.
Oh, my God. So many parallels to everything. It's a parallelogram.
I'm starting to wonder if this movie isn't Kevin Bacon. Just the Kevin Bacon of it all is very stunning in this. Maybe it's just the fact that Bill Murray's been in every fucking thing.
But it is no Tremors.
It's true.
But it does have a pretty diverse cast.
We'll talk about it.
Yep. Okay.
We'll talk about it.
So, y'all know the story. Y'all know how this goes, okay? The ghost of Christmas Yet to Come basically comes and shows him what his life would have been like if he had not been there, or if he was gone, and what other people's lives would be like without him.
Well, I love the intro, though. Is he still thinks that that's the character for the Scrooge
and he's
production.
Giving him shit,
And is talking to him like shit, and then realizes...
Did our people do this to you?
Right. When he looks at the skeleton in him with all the souls in it, he's like, did our people do this to you? Thinking about the stapling of the mouse.
Yeah.
But I think he even says we're going to get, some feedback on that or trouble for that or something. But I like how at the very start where he's sitting in front of this bank of monitors, this whole wall of monitors, and it's showing Scrooged, or Scrooge, the production that they're doing. And the Reaper's face comes up and cowl, and then its skeletal hand comes out.
That's like the scene that everybody sees, and I think they used to have it in the promo too. It's him drinking something, and he's looking down, And behind him is this big hand,
Right.
ginormous skeletal hand.
Right, coming to grab him, but it doesn't actually get him because he gets drawn away from it.
Yes, I think Grace.
No, by, as I mentioned before, Elliot.
Oh, Elliot. Yes.
Who
yes, the gun. Oh, forgot.
I don't know how he got drunk because throughout the movie, Elliot, the poor sap,
He loses his girlfriend.
lost his job, lost his wife,
Oh, his wife, yeah.
lost his house, all in one day. I'm not sure how. Maybe this wasn't all in one day. Maybe it just seems like it wasn't in one day. But anyway, every time he tries to get drunk, he's got a bottle in his hand. Someone either steals it or it drops out and breaks.
Yep.
I don't know how he got drunk.
I don't know how he got drunk either, but he was very successful because he was pissed.
And he had a break action shotgun,
Yes.
in which he could fire 2 rounds, 1 out of each barrel.
Yes. And so he goes after Bill. Well, Frank. Might have been Bill. I don't know. I'm not sure about how their professional relationship is, but I don't know much about them. Maybe he's pissed because he was not put in any of the Ghostbusters movies. But, hey, that's not my bag. So, I'm not in that deal-making part of it. But,
Okay.
so, yeah, he goes after him, and I dozed off because I have been up for 15,000 hours. So, I don't remember exactly what happens.
So he chases him around the office
Yes.
with the shotgun, shooting at different parts of his dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, Frank is backed up against the doors of the elevator, and he thinks he's going to die because he's got him dead to rights.
Mm-hmm.
He is fully loaded. He's got the shotgun aimed at his face. And that at that moment, the doors open and he falls backwards into it. And then he is taken by the ghost
Of Christmas Yet to Come.
of Christmas Yet to Come to his different things and stuff. When he comes, it's to the funeral where
Yes.
his
He thought it was his brother at first.
where his brother's wife is standing there crying and in black, standing before a big fire in a wall, which is the oven, I guess. And then you
Very
have
stylized
it
crematorium.
really is. It's it's very neat. But it has a coffin, a full coffin, in which there's a body, obviously. And she's sitting there and he thinks, well, his brother died in the future. But he sees his brother walking up with a mustache, which looks weird on him, by the way. But
Evil future selves always
Sure.
have mustaches.
it's the darker timeline.
Yes.
But they're both crying, and he realizes that he says, "Who's in the coffin?" Of course, no one can hear him. And so he's trying to keep the coffin from going in because he realizes it's him.
He has a Brad Pitt in Seven moment.
Sure.
What's in the box?
It's kind of, except he's in the
knows.
box.
He knows.
Except he's in the box. And it's kind of, I like how they do it, where he's pulling on the handles of the coffin, try to keep it from going. Inevitably, it is going into the fire.
Yes.
He cannot stop it, but he's trying desperately. And then suddenly, he's
in
in
the
it.
coffin, yeah.
And I love that transition that they do it in, because you really get the sense of finality, of this is the path you chose. There is no deviating now, because you have no choices anymore.
Yep.
Once you're gone, the choices are done. And I love that this film conveys that very well.
Very much. And yeah, so that's the finale. Basically, the finality of the whole entire thing is that you're going to die. And then when you're dead, what did you live for? What was the point of it? If you are just this miserly, hateful person, what else is there for you? And did you do anything worth anything? Anything in your life to be proud of? And it's kind of like really what the whole...
Well, I mean,
Christmas
that's
story-
kind of my philosophy in life, is because I don't believe in an afterlife. I do not believe in a God. It makes all the difference to make those choices now while you have the chance, because after that, there is nothing. The point of life is to live it as best you can. Any atheist will tell you that. That is the whole point, is to live it as best you can, because that's all the time you get. There are no do-overs. And I love that in this film, that finality is pinpointed for you. And when he comes back out of the elevator, he is alive.
Oh, yeah.
He is alive in the sense that he's not just breathing and living. He is alive and he's reinvigorated.
Yes.
He is ecstatic that he's alive, so much so that he doesn't even notice the guy with the shotgun.
So, yeah, and so he's basically running right back into a near-death situation.
Sure, except
but he's unaware
Elliot
of it.
is
but yeah.
stunned by the fact that he is now manically happy.
Yes.
And kissing him.
Yes, which, yeah.
And giving him
a raw raspberry on his belly.
Raspberries on his belly.
Yeah, because again, that'll throw you off for a bit. And again, I don't know.
I'm telling you,
Bobcat and Bill Murray's relationships.
I'm telling you, the next time someone holds me up with a gun, I'm going to try that.
You're going to try to rip their shirt open and give them blow a raspberry on their belly?
I absolutely am.
Okay.
I think it'll work.
There's going to be new laws against people raspberrying people in public, and that's unfortunate because I think the world needs more belly blowing.
Consensual belly blowing, yes. Consensual belly blowing. You made it weird, baby.
That's what I do. Of course, now I need to find a baby somewhere.
I made it
so
weird.
I can go on its belly.
So I made it weird first, and you accelerated.
Okay, the cats are in trouble now.
That is true. That's nasty, though.
They got fur. Can't blow on their belly. I did with Poe when she was a tiny baby. I would go on her a little bit. You see a little naked baby belly?
She's a tiny baby.
She's not anymore.
They don't want to hear.
She's a monster. I love her.
She is a tiny baby and precious.
But she's a monster.
She is. Monster baby.
Adorable.
So he comes out ecstatic. He is reinvigorated. Not just reinvigorated, but changed. A changed person. I mean, for the purposes of the movie.
Yes.
Yes. For the purposes of real life, it takes dedication to change.
Yes.
You have to keep working at it. You don't suddenly become less racist. You have to work at unlearning the things that you've always done because we are creatures of habit. And some of the worst habits are those things that we do that hurt others. Abuses are generational. We further abuse. That's what we do as human beings is we can either further love and understanding or we can further abuse. We tend to further abuse because it's very easy to do.
And it's nice to never be afraid as long as you're doing it with some type of respect. Not really respect, but just kindness. It's okay to correct people with kindness. Because if I have never been corrected, I would not know that some of the things I had said in the past were hurtful and hateful and racist. Because again, while I did not think I was racist, I grew up with people who were and said racist things. And those words were just part of everyday language. And then I had used those words in just everyday conversation. And I'm not talking the N-word here. I'm just talking about just turns of phrases that you find out later on have racist and just
connotations.
Yeah, the connotations to them. They're just offensive. And I couldn't have unlearned it if I didn't know it was a problem. Somebody had said, hey, that's really not a cool thing to say because blah, 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 blah. And they explained it to me and I went, oh shit. And that made me try to change who I am and not use those words. Am I still having issues? Yes, I will always find new things.
Unlearn.
Yeah,
we
you
unlearn.
Have to.
You just like you learn every day, you also unlearn bad habits every day. Bad things that you do, bad choices you make, those are things you have to unlearn. And in Scrooged, it's an instantaneous thing.
Yeah, which is
because he got helped by a bunch of ghosts and he got bashed around a little bit. I think it's important to understand you don't change overnight.
No.
Frank doesn't change overnight. I think Frank has to have, if there was a Scrooge 2, you would see that. It's a work in progress. We're all works in progress, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It is okay to be a work in progress because as humans, we have failings. And we have to work towards betterment.
Yes.
Being a better person means being a better human being to others. The message in Scrooge is great.
Oh, yeah. And it's not about being perfect either. It's just, like you said, being better.
Yeah.
And you were saying, about how you don't believe in an afterlife. And that, but living life
for now.
Yes. And while I do believe in an afterlife, I don't follow any specific religion, but I know that there has been pointed out to me, well, if you're not blah, blah, blah religion, then how are you going to know how to be good and how to be moral? And I don't need a book to tell me that kindness is just being kind. It's just be a damn human being. I mean, there's nothing.
We don't need books or scrolls or anything else to tell us how to be a good person.
And it makes me question the people who seem to think that they do. Because then, does that mean if you didn't have that book, you'd be murdering people?
I don't know that I'm necessarily worried about how they got there, so long as they actually do it and don't use whatever book, scroll, or myth, or whatever it might be, religious belief, as an excuse to be evil to other people.
Yes,
and say that still makes you good somehow. It does
not because
and I don't have any issue with people having religion or being religious.
You be you, man. You be you, but don't make choices for me.
Yeah, I think it's important that we have respect for everyone's views, but also understand that you know already what is right and what is wrong.
Yep.
And you can unlearn the things that you've done, the things that you have been that are bad, not just for you, but for the people around you and for the people in society. And I think with Scrooged, it's obviously timeless. It's been passed down for centuries. We've got A Christmas Carol all the way to Scrooge. I mean... And it keeps going because there's other productions now.
Yeah, so again, it is a timeless story. Is Scrooged itself timeless? Oh, fuck no. There's so many references. There's a reference in the restaurant where he throws water. Well, that was when right before he slips. And he's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were
Richard
Pryor. And... So, again, history lesson, Richard Pryor set himself on fire.
You were going to say Eddie Murphy, though,
I was going to say Eddie Murphy.
You certainly were.
Because
of Raw.
Yes.
Greatest album ever.
I guess. I mean...
It's the greatest comedy album.
I'm sorry. I'm an Andrew Dice Clay girl. No, that's not true.
Eddie Murphy's Raw is the greatest comedy album ever. Of all time.
I remember that was like the first comedy album I'd ever heard was Andrew Dice Clay because it was like I was in high school and everybody had a copy of it.
It was really eye-opening.
Oh, yeah.
I learned a lot of new words.
I learned a lot of new nursery rhymes.
Not good ones.
No. But
he certainly had... He did a movie and we should do
Fort Fairlane?
Yes, we should do an episode.
Oh, my God.
So we will have to do... these movies that people just don't see.
Yes.
We
should do Pee-wee's Big Adventure, too.
Sure,
I
absolutely.
love Pee-wee. Say what you want about...
I think I have a new appreciation for him now.
Yeah.
That I did not have before because I did not have perspective. And I think in Scrooge, that is something, too, is he's not changing.
No.
His perspective is.
Yes.
His paradigm is changing. You'd said during the show, or during the movie... before you passed out, is that he's very self-centered.
Yeah.
Well, that shifts, but it only shifts towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that is what changes for him, and that's what changes for every character in A Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah,
or
every
Scrooge, well, not
yeah.
Blackadder's,
but no,
the opposite
it's
way.
the opposite way. It's a reverse bizarro
they
world.
learn not to focus their perspective on them, but on others.
I mean, if you look at the classic Christmas story, or Christmas Carol, I'm sorry, not Christmas Story. That's a whole other ball of wax. Okay. We should do that one too, but not this year. Okay. So I have so much about that movie too. I love. But if you look at the Ebenezer Scrooge character, and you can and you can like almost like draw a diagram of this. He is looking at himself. He's looking literally only at his papers. He's talking to Jacob Marley, but not Jacob Marley. Oh my God, I can't think of the character's name, but regardless, he's talking to his worker, and he's not even making eye contact with him, and all the man wants is a piece of fucking coal to turn on the fire just a little bit warmer so his hands don't freeze. And he's not even looking up from his papers, and then like he slowly looks up when his niece comes in, and you see the change literally in his perspective. He's making eye contact towards the end. He's talking to people. And it's literally a a visceral change.
Oh yeah,
And
it's very physical.
yeah, and so like when you see these performances, and if you watch any version of A Christmas Carol this year, watch the physicality of the actor who plays them, because if it's done right, they start just that very literally focused on themselves, and the visual and the physical, you see that on themselves, and then they slowly, I mean, even just the simple thing is the curtains on the bed.
Yeah.
That blocks out the world, and then they're opened by a ghost.
Well, and not just that, but at the end when he opens the shutters.
Yes.
These are all very physical reactions.
Yes. So it's a very...
We're talking about not Scrooge,
no,
of
the
course,
original,
but the originals,
you know,
yes.
and the versions of it's a very physical and symbolic opening up to the world around you and seeing that it is not a bad place. You just need to be a part of it. And to be a part of it, you need to be a better person.
I think the 1951 Alistair Sims Scrooge is like the quintessential.
Yeah.
So that's like the baseline. If you guys want to watch the baseline, the 1951 Scrooge is the one to do. And then you'll see everything oscillates from that. Either earlier versions or later versions all kind of pivot around this one.
And this is, I mean, obviously this is Charles Dickens.
Right.
And Charles Dickens, the man got paid per word.
Sure.
So he was going to be wordy. But you look at, and unfortunately, as I'm saying this, I keep picturing the episode of Doctor Who with Charles Dickens, Ninth Doctor, and Rose. But
all the greatest writers got paid in some way that was really weird.
Yeah.
Like he got paid by the word.
Some got by the line, and some,
Right, and Shakespeare got paid literally for product placement. So, like, he tried to prize pig across the thing, box of detergent. He would just put up there on the stage in front of the crowd. No? Okay.
No. So I was just going to see how far you were going to go with that one. She knows my love of Shakespeare, so she knows she's going to taunt me.
A Midsummer's Borax. Buy this Borax. I'm sorry.
I can't. I'm going to go hide somewhere. I need a long nap and maybe a possible Bacardi.
They drank it all.
I did not. So, if you would like to watch this movie...
Well, you're going to end it. Okay, awesome.
No, I'm not going to end it. I don't know where else. Okay, so let's see. Does this pass Castellini?
Okay, we're going to end it all. So the Castellini test. Let's see if this thing, I don't know, musters up some feminism in some way.
I don't think so.
There have to be at least 2 named women characters with at least 5 lines of dialogue
Oh shit, it's going to pass, isn't it?
It's going to be very close if it does.
So we have Claire and we have Grace.
Sure. That is true. And those characters must have a conversation, not necessarily with the other woman, or either not about their partner or with their partner, future or current, and not about their relationship.
Okay.
That is where things fall apart.
Nope. Because Grace doesn't talk to him about her relationship. But she talks about the business and job. And the only time she talks about her family is when she says she's got a doctor's appointment for her son.
Okay. And what about the other character?
It says one. Doesn't say both.
Those characters must have a conversation.
Oh, we never always count both of them. We usually only count one. But okay, fine.
Can't do Claire.
Can't do Claire because
she talked about only their relationship.
Only about their relationship because they reminisce about it.
I guess we could say, if we want to be magnanimous, is that I don't know her character's name, but his brother's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Did talk about him, which is not her relationship.
That's true. And she did have more than 5 lines, but she's not named.
That is also possibly true.
Actually,
no, he does say her name. I just don't know it.
Yeah, I didn't write her name down.
He does say her name over. Remember, he says it at the cameras, and then she acknowledges him because she's watching the TV.
Oh, yeah.
And believe it or not, Wendy Malick, who is the actor, her name in Scrooged is Wendy. Wendy Cross.
Okay, so guys,
They didn't go far there.
they didn't go far, but she did have a name.
Yeah, she was
And
named.
She did say
so
5, so we'll just let it happen.
I'm going to make this pass only
Castellan?
because I think it'll be weird.
Yeah.
At least one of the women has to be integral to the plot, meaning that if she were written out of the film, it couldn't reach the same ending.
I mean,
I
Claire
want to say Wendy.
and Grace.
No.
Definitely Wendy. I mean, sure.
It absolutely is Claire.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't pass without Claire.
Even Grace, because Grace is,
Sure.
yeah.
Both of them are integral to the fact that without them, I don't think Frank would have anything to look back on or at
Yeah.
in the present or in the past in order to inform his future. I just don't think he would have it. Plus, it was absolutely necessary that Claire, in the future, possible future, be so cold and forbidding
Mm-hmm. True.
and without empathy in order to shake him to his core.
Yes.
So without that, he would not have had the epiphany or that paradigm shift in which he changed for the better.
Yeah,
I
because that
think.
was really the kicker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. So I've got a couple more that I think we should add
Okay.
to the Castellini test, and this is no issue to Bree's
Yeah, she
test.
told us we could add
Yeah.
to it.
But this is further ones that don't necessarily aim at women, but in different areas. How inclusive is it and how?
So
Well, I think I just said that. Is it inclusive and how
So-
is what I ask.
it is inclusive in the sense that you have Alfred Woodward's family,
Sure.
and that's it. I don't even think there was a person of color in the homeless shelter.
There were.
There were? Didn't even
There
notice
were.
them.
In fact, one of the workers there. Was,
Oh, yeah.
But LGBTQ wise, not really. You're not going to see.
Individuals, no.
Yeah, you're not going to see a whole lot of diversity in that.
No.
But it is fairly inclusive, race wise.
Yeah, no one is
We'll say that.
like no one is treating anyone poorly because of race. They're not like
Yeah, no
it's
one's
not
being racist to each
No,
other.
he treat. I think anybody of color could have been in Grace's position and played Grace, and he would have treated them just as shitty as he treated Grace.
Yes, absolutely. And my last one is for you, baby.
Oh, okay.
How does it rate when put against Tremors?
Oh.
Now that, I think, because the way we rate things, we don't really rate them, but I wanted to have something because we always kind of tend to put everything up against Tremors because we found out, oddly enough, Tremors is a perfect movie.
It really
in
is.
many ways. Not perfect in the storyline,
Nope.
no plot holes.
No.
We're talking about aesthetically and inclusivity for many different types of people, and it's got a lot of DEI.
It's only thing it's missing is again an individual with some type of a disability,
Sure.
and that's really it. And most movies they don't have somebody with either an intellectual or a physical disability to show that type of representation, and that's not good. But also, it is what it is.
I mean, one could, posit that in Scrooge there are a lot of people with mental scars
That is true.
in many different
But that
ways.
doesn't make them intellectually disabled.
No.
So.
No. I'm saying like
Yeah,
disabilities.
that is true.
So we have a child who cannot.
PTSD.
We have a child who cannot speak, but that's PTSD.
Yes. And so, where does it stand up against Tremors? I would put it probably.
Well, let's say like a 10 is at Tremors, and a 1 is the furthest away it could be from Tremors.
What? Oh, so Short Circuit.
Short Circuit would be 1.
Definitely. It'd be a 0. It'd be a -10. That thing was shit, and I forgot what it. I mean, I used to love that movie.
I really hate
So
that I love that
disappointing.
movie now.
So
So
disappointing.
if it's a 1,
I would say Scrooged is an 8.
okay.
Maybe a 7.
Okay. I was really going to be conservative with it and say maybe a 5, about halfway there. but I don't think you're wrong.
It's got good visuals.
Let's put it at a 6.
Uh-huh.
So I think in the realm of movies that this would probably be around a 6. Mm-hmm. If we just split our differences on it. Because Tremors is a really great movie. Scrooged has a lot of issues. And I'm not talking about the script. I'm talking about, like at the end where he's ad-libbing almost everything he says. Mm-hmm. It is a stutter fest because he doesn't have any lines that he's using. He's just using whatever he can think of.
Yeah.
And he starts doing the Bill Murray thing where he just says things.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily line up with anything that's happening.
No.
And it becomes a little bit uneasy there at the end where I'm just like, I have trouble watching it. Mm-hmm. Because he's trying very hard to be happy, but you can tell he's not a happy person.
No, he's not wanting to be there.
He doesn't want to be there. And you feel that. It comes through.
Again, I have a little bit more to explain about that one, but it has to do a lot with the inevitable Ghostbusters 2 and where he was at that time. But that's something we can talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you would like to see this movie on your own and make your own opinions and tell us if you think it rates where it rates with up against the Tremors scale. I like that, the Tremors scale. You can watch it on let's see if I can catch my breath, guys. MGM Plus, AMC Plus, Philo, YouTube, Fubo TV, Sling TV, Amazon Prime, Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango at home with either a subscription or rent it for $3.99.
Don't be afraid to just get the VHS.
Or DVD.
I don't know
the VHS. You know, when you were saying that before, I forgot. I probably saw it. We probably rented it from Blockbuster.
Probably.
And I always forget about Blockbuster. But yeah, a lot of the movies weren't just HBO. They were us renting it from Blockbuster.
I always forget about Dre, despite the warning not to forget about Dre.
But isn't he in Eminem's basement?
I don't know. They forgot about him.
Oh, no. He hasn't fed him in forever.
That's wrong. Thank you for joining us for Scrooged 1988. This has been Cozy Quilt Cinema with Beth and Michelle. We love having you in our blanket fort as we share the emotional highs and lows that movies can leave lingering within us well after they are over. I want to keep those feelings going. Follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Cozy Quilt Cinema, or send your feedback and personal reflections to cozyquiltcinema@gmail.com. We hope this episode made your day a little warmer. If you're looking for a zero-cost holiday gift to get us this year, we would love it if you would hit follow, leave a 5-star rating on Apple's podcast or Spotify. It takes 10 seconds, but it helps other people find their way to our cozy little corner on the internet. Grab your hot cocoa, hit those stars, and we'll see you next week.
So, here are the hints for next week's episode. This movie was one of the actor's 49th film, and another actor's 99th film. That's crazy. These same two actors played the same two characters in a cameo in Coming to America. And if that isn't the biggest hint ever, y'all haven't been paying attention. But there was also a bit part in this movie that was supposed to go to Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, and they were going to play their Second City characters, the Brew Brothers, Bob and Doug McKenzie. But they were busy, couldn't do it, and so it ended up going to Al Franken and Tom Davis. Which is funny because Dave Thomas and Tom Davis.
Sure.
They reversed it. So that is your clues for next week. Drop a note on any of our social medias that Beth has mentioned. I'm not going through them again. So until next time, the bone! The bone!
It's the bone!
It's the bone!
That's not right.
That's not right at all.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, boy, my jaw.
Oh, sometimes the truth is painful, Frank, but it's made your cheeks all rosy and your eyes bright as stars.
If you touch me again, I'm gonna rip your goddamn wings off, okay?
You I like the rough stuff, don't you, Frank?